Yeah, good afternoon again. This is your girl, K. Miriam from Madison, Huntsville, Alabama. I'm coming back to you again with another video. The last time I did a video been a good while now, and I said the reason why I don't do video every week is because I'm grounding. I have to work a full-time job, a little side hustle, and run the real estate, the renters independently because I don't have a property manager anymore. But today's video I'm about to talk about how it is challenging as a Black person to get loan for businesses or for whatever you want to do, because the system, I think the system was not built for us Black people, and the laws have not changed much. So when you go through the system, the challenges that we face in the workplace and even in the banking system is far more greater than challenges in other ways we face. So today I'm going to tell you how I got denied 2 times for a house loan for no reason. And the 3rd time I refused to get denied, and I wanted some explanation. Luckily for me, I was a little bank who listened. So the first time I got denied was in 2023. I was buying my second rental. I had just purchased my first one. That loan went through. While I was in the process of buying the first one, I saw another rental. So the loan was still in progress when I applied for this other rental, what I thought it was a good deal. So I put in the application, the same loan, the same information that I used to get the first one was the same information I submitted for the second one. It had nothing to do with my finances or the income or anything. I met the criteria. But this time, the person I was doing the second loan asked me to change my lease agreement with my first primary when I left out that someone was renting. They wanted me to change it. At that time, I wasn't managing the property. I had a property management managing the property. Mind you, I used that same lease to get a first rental with a property manager agreement and everything. There was no problem. But this time, this little white boy wanted me to show him that the property is mine, even though it's in my name. He wanted me to take away the management company and put my name on the lease as the landlord. And I told him I couldn't do that because legally I signed an agreement with the management company, and there was nowhere in America that said it was illegal for someone else to manage your property, and you pay them and you still remain, and you have all the bank's information with the income that came from the property management every month, and the house was in my name and everything. He like, okay, everything else crossed, but then this was the last thing we had to do, like a couple of days before we went for closing, and I told him I couldn't. So the day before closing, the guy at the bank, this was Racket Mortgage, was already kind of cordial with me, the loan officer. He called me and said, Janet, they're going to deny the loan. I said, why? He said, because you refuse to change the property manager, to change you as the landlord. So I felt it was a joke. I said, we're closing tomorrow. He said, yes, I'm telling you, they're going to deny the loan. They're going to call you in a few minutes. And after I hung up with him, not too long after, I got a call that the loan was denied. So I went ahead, this was one day before we closed, I went ahead and filed a complaint that I wanted to know why the loan was denied. And I asked him, was it due to income? No, it wasn't due to income. It was due to me refusing to put my name on the lease as the landlord. When it took 2 or 3 days to do that investigation, the person came back and said, well, yes, the loan been denied. I said, can you tell me the reason why the loan was denied? She said, at this point, we cannot disclose any reason to you. We have the right to refuse you the loan, and we deny the loan. Just like that. And at that time, I had 3 properties with them, well over $1 million. I said, you're killing me. She said, yeah, we don't owe you any explanation. So anyway, I called the person that was selling the house, came out of the agreement. I said, you can relist your house, because at that point, I have pulled my credit way too many. So after a week of them listing the house, they couldn't find a buyer. They came back to me and they're like, "You sure you don't want to try another bank?" I said, "Well, if you want me to try another bank, you will have to give me a discount on the property. Then I can try another bank to get my stuff poured." So they went ahead and gave me, I think I got around 16 grand discount. And I joined forces with my husband. We applied to a different bank and we got the loan approved. We used the same rental document and agreement. This bank approved everything and I got the house purchased. So in the end, they thought they were doing me bad, but that bad turned out to be my good. In return, I got 16 grand saved on the loan because I renegotiated. That was my first denied. The second one happened when I was in Liberia. I went to bury my dad. I gave everything. I dealt with the same. I bought a house with this bank. That was the second purchase, the same documentation and everything. While I was away, they told me, they're like, "Well, we're not going to process the loan." I said, "Well, it's not because of my income." They said, "Because I claimed too much losses on my rental the year previously." I like, "Well, those claims were depreciation and I bought materials to repair the home when I left." They're like, "Yeah, but that was too much. So you didn't show any profit, so we're going to deny the loan." Luckily for me, I have people in my corner that came to my rescue and I took some credit loan off from the credit card and, I scrambled and I was able to pay for that house in cash. So long story short, this recent house that I just bought like last month, I submitted everything. Before then, I applied with my husband because I wanted to make sure we had enough stuff. She ran the numbers and she said, "Well, it would be better off if you do it by yourself because your credit score is much stronger. You would get a better term if you did it alone than to do it with your husband." I said, "Did the number check out?" She said, "Yeah, you have enough income to show that you qualify." So we started the process. We did everything that we could, all the documentation, the one that I already submitted them. When it came to the point, we were maybe a couple of days from closing again. She calls me and she asked me to pay down some of my credit card, which of course I did. I paid a lot down. She calls me the day before, a couple of days before we close. She said, "Before we approve the loan, we want you to shut down all of your credit. All of my credit card, they wanted me to close all of my account. And I have built the credit over a long period of time. So because my credit being so excellent, I was able to secure 155,000 in credit cards stuff. But I didn't use that much. But even though I paid down the account, they wanted me to call the banks and shut the credit cards down. I told them this didn't make any sense to me. Why do you want me to close down my line of credit? It's going to mess my credit off. You know I'm doing a business. She said, "Well, because we're afraid that when you close on this house, you can go and purchase, go on a spending spree. So we don't trust that, so we're not going to give you the loan." So then I asked her, I said, "When did the bank start looking into people's future instead of looking at the credit?" I thought that's what I have, a credit history to show you that I'm a responsible spender. But instead, now you're going to look at my future and predict that I'm going to go on a shopping spree once I close on the house. Then they're like, "Well, we can't help it. If you don't shut down your credit, we're going to deny the loan." So I asked that girl, I said, "Well, before you deny the loan, I need to speak to your supervisor." So I wrote them this letter. Supervisor came and told me, "Yeah, it's because I had too many accounts and they wanted me to shut my credit cards down so that I don't have all those unsecured loans and go on a spending spree." So I said, "Okay, even if I shut down my credit cards, what will stop me if I close on your loan today? Can you stop me from buying a Mercedes tomorrow since you already know my future? Because shutting down my credit card will reduce my credit score, but it's not going to take my ability to be able to buy. I might get a higher interest rate, but I'll be able to buy. So can you tell me, if I shut down this credit card, can you stop me the next day after I close on your house from buying a Mercedes?" She said, "Well, you got a point there." I said, "Because it makes no sense. Bank look at your past history to determine how you're going to spend in the future. You can't sit here and deny me of a loan based on what you believe I'm going to do in the future." So I argued that point. She said, yeah, you got a point there, but I'll get back to you. She came back to me the next day. She said, well, we went ahead and looked into your assets. You have a lot of assets. You have a lot of liquid cash, because I gave them all my 401k. You're talking about close to $500,000 worth of 401k stuff and investment brokerage accounts. I gave it to them. She said, well, we review all your stuff. You have a lot. So if, should in case anything ever happened, we believe that you'll be able to liquidate some of your stuff and be able to pay. And plus, you have a strong employment history and you have a good job. So we're going to approve the loan. I'm like, whoa. So why didn't you look at all of those things first before you came to me and say you're denying the loan? You gave me the sleepless nights and I have to come and argue with you to get this loan approved. Finally, they were able to close without the requirement of me shutting down all my accounts, and the loan went through. So I'm saying this to say, as a person of color or as a minority, the all are stacked against you. You have to know how to navigate the system to be able to get what you need to get. Had I not argued about bank determining my future, I would have been denied this crucial loan to be able to close on the assets. So this is not the end of it. I still have to go back to the banks because I don't have money to do what I want to do to establish the business. But I'm praying that God above will build my strength to be able to direct me and be able to put these things together for me to be able to get more loan and continue to grow my business. And this channel, I made it purposely just for educational reason, to be able to give people insight on how to build business credit, and how to be able to get funds to run your business. If you like my content, hit like and subscribe, as I strive every day to bring you more important information on building business. This business, this is just the beginning. We're going to build it to be a company where my kids and grandkids, it will secure their financial future. This is your girl again. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.